All right, Suts, well, 5 games to go in the season. Playoffs are a bit out of reach, but still plenty to play for. How much confidence do you take from the draw against Western Sydney, albeit with the late goal to not get the 3 points?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, obviously it was very disappointing to concede that goal, but I think the performance itself was enjoyable. Came off feeling quite happy because we played some good football. I like the combinations that we had on the left side there with, Chico, Hide, Cassie's even coming out to help. So it was an enjoyable game, and I think we could have got more out of it. But kind of story of the season so far, I guess, conceding late and just couldn't hold out the win.
Yeah, it certainly seemed as though you were playing with a lot more freedom. Was that intentional, or did it just, is it a product of not having the playoffs to worry about anymore, or did it just all come together on the weekend?
Good question. Probably can't put my finger on it, but I think Chico was quite helpful there. I think everyone knows he's quite a free player, and he brings everyone into the game and he can create something out of nothing. So I think he was a key role in that, and obviously it kind of, once you start playing and getting a bit of confidence, you kind of get a bit freer in your head, and that seemed to happen on the weekend. And we were playing some good. There was a good passage of play, so I was enjoying it. So yeah.
You mentioned the connections there, and you and Chico Giraldi's in particular, Hideki there as well. How much more enjoyable is it when you've got that kind of connection down your left-hand side?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it just makes me super excited for the next game. I think we can build on that performance, and going into Newcastle, obviously they're a really good side at the moment, but I think they're beatable, especially if we kind of combine like that. And we've got, I think, a few players coming back, 3 players coming back, so I think that's going to add a lot of strength to the squad. And like I said, we'll build on last week going into this one.
Even though the playoffs aren't there for you anymore, how much drive and motivation is there to finish the season strongly?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that goal was out of reach now, which is a massive shame, and it is heartbreaking. But in saying that, there's always things to play for. Individually, we're all professionals for a reason because we all want to win, and obviously that's not come to fruition this season. But everyone here is trying their best, and it's not a lack of trying that we're in this position. And so individually, everyone's got their goals, and that's no different to me. There's things that I want to accomplish this season, and I'm going to be aiming for that. And then again, there's fans who show up to the game every week, and that's kind of who we play for. We've not had the best season, and they still show up. And like on the weekend, 80 minutes had their top off, and that felt really good to see. So kind of creating those memories, because it's the best part of the week, some of the people here in Wellington. So there's always something to play for. Including
perhaps keeping your name in Darren Bazley's thoughts. The All Whites have qualified for the World Cup now. You've been in and around the All Whites environment last year. Is that a motivating factor that there's a World Cup next year for those who get their ticket on the plane?
Of course. I mean, like I've said before, there's so much competition in that left-back role, which is an awesome thing. De Vries has done so well this season, and good on him, and he's done awesome when he goes and steps into the All Whites. So, and obviously there's Libby as well. So it's a tough challenge ahead of me, but I still have confidence and still have aspirations to be on that plane to the World Cup. So yeah, I'll keep my head down and keep working and see what I can do.
And coming towards the end of any season, anybody who's off contract, there's always a little bit of chat about what they might do. I'm sure you've seen some speculation around about your next move or not. Anything you can tell us?
Yeah, I think obviously that's always going to happen when you're coming off contract. For me, we're still in the middle of the season, so I don't think it's wise to comment on what's going to happen, whether I'm staying here at the Phoenix or going overseas. Whatever decision I come to, obviously will be a decision that I think will be the best for my career. But yeah, like I said, it's the middle of the season still here at the Phoenix. So
you've always said that going overseas is your goal. We've spoken often about following in the footsteps of the likes of Oldie, Libby, Sarpreet, guys you know well. Is that still an ambition of yours to play offshore?
Yeah, of course. Going back to that World Cup thing, you kind of got to get to the better teams in order to make that squad and be looked at. And saying that, obviously those boys are some of my best mates, and I'm so happy for them. But I've had a different journey, which is neither good nor bad. It's just different. So I've enjoyed my journey so far, and I know the cream will rise, and eventually I'll get to where I want to get to.
The auctions are closing for a lot of the matches, a lot of the kits rather, for the match for good. Is there an internal competition as to who gets the best price?
Albie was reading it out on the flat the other day. I think Hughesy was the lowest in my flat, so he got a bit of stick for that. But yeah, it's a really cool thing that they're doing, and I'm hoping that everyone can get higher and higher because it only does good for everyone.
Do you call around family and go, come on, get in there, drive up the price?
Yeah, they'll stay away from that, I think. Yeah.